Octagon News.
Actually, I wanted to ask you this because this is interesting. Audie is, obviously Michael Bisping's manager, but if you don't know this, also the manager to Conor McGregor, also the manager to Tony Ferguson. Both of them.
Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I mean, the list goes on. Lorenz Larkin.
But this is pretty fucking incredible. I mean,
Chris fucking Weidman.
You're managing two guys that are
Who cares about Chris Weidman?
that are going to probably fight at one point. Does that happen?
You're going to eat your nuts.
Actually, the sport obviously is one where they're going to compete. If we have clients in the same weight class, and they're the top of the division, they're going to meet. It was going to happen with Weidman and Bisping first.
Yeah.
I think that was the first client collision course, if you will, that was going to happen for us. So
hold on. But realistically, though, Audie, remember, I was with you a long time before Weidman, and you came to me and said, "Do you mind if I sign Weidman?" I said, "No, I don't give a fuck." Sign Weidman couldn't.
So you kind of.
But if that was to happen, Weidman can go fuck himself.
In fact,
but you kind of signed Weidman in a weird way. You kind of signed Weidman in a weird way.
Yeah.
In fact, he was very classy about it. I go to all my clients about it because you have to be respectful, especially to the guys that have been with you first, right?
Yeah.
But with Tony and Conor, it's inevitable, right? You have the lightweight champ and you have the interim lightweight champ. So that's a fight that's naturally going to happen. It's not going to be fun I've been saying this, on a human level, not comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It's good for business. Everybody said you should be happy, but at the end of the day,
I mean, for your bank account, it has to fucking rule.
At the end of the day, though, they're both.
I wish that we had a video on his face right now. He can't even hide the smile.
And I try to remind them that at the end of the day, they both do this for the same reason. They both have families. They may talk shit, get fired up, compete, tempers flaring, but at the end of the day, they're professional athletes. They're both doing it for the same reason.
So, Audie, let me ask you this. So, and of course, if you don't want to answer the question, you are entitled to not answer the question, of course. In recent weeks, Dana has said, the fight that makes sense. The fight that makes sense is Tony Ferguson and Conor McGregor. That is the fight that makes sense, but that doesn't mean it's the fight that's going to happen. Right.
Well, absolutely.
Of course, we're talking about Nate Diaz. So can you say which way or not this is trending?
No, I can't say that.
So it's Nate Diaz.
But
it's Nate Diaz.
I wouldn't do that. But at the end
blink
of the day,
twice if it's Nate Diaz.
Here's what I'll tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Tony earned the shot at the belt. He won the interim lightweight title. Conor doesn't shy away from a challenge. The Nate fight does make sense, obviously, because of the trilogy.
No.
They never fought at 155.
The Tony fight makes sense, is what they're saying.
Well, but they both make sense, right? In their own respective way. However, I do believe that, obviously, when both guys go at it, it will, in my opinion, validate the belt system. It will validate, what a championship belt's all about, and that's the fact. So I do agree with you on that.
Yeah, no. So. But do you think, I mean, of course, Dana wants to make the biggest fights, and I think, no disrespect to Tony. Tony's an amazing fighter, and I've always thought that. But the big money fight really is Diaz 3,
I think Conor, and I've said this as well, I think Conor's next fight, whoever it is big.
Why would somebody who's a champion not take the fight that's the interim belt? Because shame on them.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I just realized.
Shame on them.
That there's
not taking the fight against the interim champion for a money fight. Especially one that's from a lighter weight class that's been retired for 4 years.
This is not my Michael Bisping problem.
How dare that motherfucker?
This is not a Michael Bisping problem. Right. This is not a Conor McGregor problem. This is an Audiotar problem.
It seems
the common denominator is that Audiotar's clients.
Hey. Don't say that to Dana White. He's already on the Christmas card list.
What the fuck is going on behind the scenes? That Audiotar, he throws the rule book out the window. He doesn't play by the rules.
The reality of it is it's the natural UFC MMA market system moving in its weird way.
Yeah.
He would have fought Whitaker.
Of course.
Everybody thinks he's ducking everybody. It's funny the way shit works out. And then
I accepted the fight against Whitaker and Romero.
And why would he not take a GSP super fight? If Whitaker's hurt, why would he not take a GSP super fight?
Of course.
Right? All the fans want to see it. It makes sense in terms of bringing a legend against a legend while the interim champ is healing. Plain and simple. There's no other clear contender in line right now. So at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of naysayers out there, but all of them will still tune in.
I have a question for you. Dana White came out and said that Conor and Floyd broke the pay-per-view record. What's going on with that? Because at first they said that he didn't.
We did, and that's what upset me. I think UFC on Fox reported that we came in second, which was not true. And I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I do remember May
6.7, I believe, was.
But May packed it in the mid to high fours, and domestically they were in the low fours. We beat them domestically, and we shattered them internationally. I mean, internationally, we did numbers that nobody ever did, and we also shattered the illegal streaming records.
All right, okay. Listen, I've eaten my nuts. Okay, so I'm back. All right, and I just want to say, listen.
That really
we all love Conor McGregor, but we're not talking about him for the next fucking hour.
I want to what a psychopath Michael Bisping is. He literally wanted us to stop the conversation the second he finished his bag of nuts.
No, because you're going down an avenue which I'm sick of talking about. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, let's all swing up Conor's nuts.
This is new news.
This is my podcast. Let's talk about my fight and my pay-per-view numbers.
All right, fine.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
Hey, I did not invite you up here to bust my balls on it. That's for damn sure.
All right, let's talk about the fight this weekend. Okay, it's fight week. It's the real deal here. Are you guys all in town now for the whole week?
Yes, we're here. Well, obviously we got in late last night, went for a run. As I said, today's Sunday, and yeah. I mean, typically for a fight, you probably know, you don't have to be there until Tuesday. So we just came in. I mean, I train Monday to Friday. Saturday morning I'll also train. And then you're just hanging around. So I thought, well, I'll come in because I'm not doing anything over the weekend anyway. Might as well hang out in New York, obviously record the podcast and just get over the flight, get over the time difference. Even though it's only 3 hours, it can mess with you a little bit. So, yeah, get in town, soak up the energy, soak up New York.
You guys went to a bar last night and watched the fights, right?
No, we watched it in my hotel room. Watched it in my hotel room. They all ordered rooms. Well, in fact, this is what a good guy I am.
Oh, boy.
Right? No, it's true, though. Chef Ipono, if you're in the Orange County area, Chef Ipono created all my meals. They're all dated Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, meal 1, meal 2, and it's all very boring stuff.
Except for all those meals that you got from Thrive Market that we're going to talk about later on the show.
But delicious. Yeah, exactly. Shit. But they came up to my room to watch the fights, but the room service stopped serving at 11 o'clock. And I'm like, well, I'll order some food for them. I ordered them all cheeseburgers with fries and bacon. I ordered them 2 pints of Stella Artois each, water, all the trimmings. They came up, there it is, a delicious feast of carbs and fat and fries.
It's unbelievable
beer.
Food, right?
You know how people say
I just sit there in my room.
It literally is food porn for him.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like eating fucking broccoli and, fresh air basically and lettuce. But I got this for them. Now, I think a round of applause is in order, everybody.
Oh, let's give him another one.
Come on.
And we actually thanked him.
I got no thanks.
We thanked him.
Zero. No,
hey, not only did we thank him, he tells us exactly how to eat it because it's literally food porn for him.
Yeah, but I don't want to get you food
like this.
I don't want to get you food and you not dip that shit in mayonnaise.
Yeah, look, it's a great thing you did, but you're not supposed to brag about it on your podcast that you did that. Do you think George St. Pierre is bragging about the poutine and the fucking French foods that he bought his team?
I don't know what George St. Pierre was doing right now. Probably psyching himself up in the mirror, looking at him. Yes, you can do this, George. You can do this.
Did you see what his his mentor? I don't even know who this is. This is
Christophe Midou.
Who is Christophe
Midou is like an MMA pioneer. He was one of the early, because obviously in France MMA is banned. It's not legal. Christophe Midou was one of the early pioneers, one of the first guys, and obviously George being French Canadian, maybe he lives in Montreal now. I'm not sure. And they've been close. They've been very close for a long time, and he was his mentor. And it broke last week because Christophe, obviously being French, did a French podcast with Patrick Cote, and on that, and I only know about this because of Ariel Helwani. Helwani spotted it. I saw that he asked him about it on the on the MMA hour, so I asked Helwani about it. And he wouldn't tell me, but I did some sniffing, and I got some information from someone who speaks French, and basically he said that when he looked at GSP, he didn't see what he wanted to see. He's not performing well. He looked slow. He doesn't like the fight. Doesn't like the fact it's at 185. And he said he's having no part of it. And he's left the camp. And he's not going to be at the fight. He's not going to be in his corner. He's having zero part in it.
His eyes do not tell me anything good. He said in French. What's that in French? Harrington, look that up.
His eyes do not tell me anything good.
But let me ask you a question, because a lot of people are speculating online. They go, it's like, oh, dude, they're trying to send us like mixed signals to Bisping's camp. Bisping's not dumb. He's not going to fall for that.
Yeah.